Hey, beautiful people. It is your girl, makeup artist, DeShawn Hatcher, as usual, getting set up for you. Let me see here. Just getting my water together. Listen, I don't know if you can hear me, so when anybody comes on here, let me know if you can hear me. That would be amazing. I'm just trying to get acclimated to get my butt in the seat tonight. It's been a day. Hey, Brian Dean. I know it's not Brian Dean, but I know. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, my God. It's Sunday at 7. Sunday at 7. I'm here to talk to my makeup artist. We have a chit and a chat. I missed you last night. Oh, thank you for missing a crazy black person. Thank you. Hey, Camille. I love when you guys come on and say, hi, everyone. Hey, Monica. I can hear you, my friend. Thank you for letting me know because half the time I can't tell. See, I don't have my little thingies in today. Oh, people, she's been running around like a crazy person today. Hey, Solange. Hello, Solange. Hey, everybody. How have you all been? This might be a short one tonight. I'm a little tired. This might be a short one, but it depends on how many questions you have. You know, I'm here for you, beautiful people. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Sylvia. How you doing, honey? Oh, my goodness. People, it is Sunday. And as you know, I'm going to let a few people come on here. I'll do my spiel, and then we start to talking. That is how we do it here on this Sunday, okay? Oh, my goodness. I think I'm going to have to take some Excedrin on the air. So sorry, but I've been trying to fight this migraine that I'm getting, and I can't fight it. So I was like, I think I can do this. But I have a feeling it's getting worse. Oh, good. Oh, I love it when you have good questions. That's really great, Monica. Wait, save it, though. Save it. Give it like 3 minutes. Let people come in, and then we'll start. Okay, so type out your question, and then when I say go, put your question out. Hey, DeShawn. Is it DeShawn, or is it how I say it, DeShawn? I see DeShawn. That's what I see. I love any DeShawn, DeShawn, LaShawn, Reshawn. We all love each other. We know our names are made up. We can't find our name in, when you go to those stores, you look for your name, like on a license plate. You're like, oh, my name isn't there. Oh, my God. Cool, Monica. Okay, cool. So beautiful people. Yeah, we're going to let a few more people stroll up in here. Yes, that's what we're going to do tonight. And then we have a tea and a he, and we'll answer Monica's amazing, fabulous question, okay? That's what's going to happen. Rachel, hello, Rachel. I love when y'all are so cute. It's like a I don't know. It's so I love this. Like I don't want to miss Sundays. Because it feels like a club or something that we're all part of. Even me. I'm talking to you, but I feel like it's just so sweet because you guys always is like, hi everybody. I just think it's so sweet. So I try not to miss the Sundays, no matter how bad I feel, because it's very uplifting to be here to see all the love that you guys have and how sweet and everybody is to each other. I really like that. It makes me very, very happy to see that. Sahida, 80. Hello, Sahida. Hello, sweetheart. Christina, hi there. Lala Galore's in the house. Hello, Lala Galore. Me too. Suhey, hi Suhey. I'll see you soon, Suhey. Cool. Some more. Good evening, my darling. Good evening. Oh my goodness. Yes, y'all are very uplifting. See, I put my Excedrin to the side. You notice that, right? Because you guys are very uplifting. So maybe this lovely group of people will just make my freaking migraine go away. I hope and pray. Lala Galore is literally in the middle of a show, and I had to tune in. Well, thank you for tuning in, Lala. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, yay! I'll see you, Lala Galore. Yay! That is so cool. Should I run out and buy a feather boa? I think I might have to. Lala galore. When you come in, I have to sweep it across my chest. Yes, Lala galore is in the house. Yes. So everybody, what these people are talking about on the 16th, May 16th to be exact, is increase your speed. It is filling up. I only have a couple of seats left, so I'm kind of excited that this is going to be a full class. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get my full attention. It means you're going to be worked to death. That's what it means. It means you people are going to be tired. I love it when people are exhausted after they leave my class. It's always like this. It tickles me. Because they go, it's done, right? And they go, whoo, wow, and then they're like ready to go. It's adorable. I love teaching. I love all you guys being here. Thank you so much. This is like a tea and a he and love, and I send it all right back to you. I just love it. Oh God. Rachel, my increase your speed. It's all about increasing your speed, application, time management, everything. It's all wrapped up into one crazy class. And it's May 16th. It's an 8-hour day, but I'm sorry, I got too much blush on me, with a very funky, nice meal. Cause I have to feed everybody because it's just not within me to make you stand there and work to death and not eat. So you will have a break, a nice break, a little respite while you have a beautiful meal with me. And then I put you back to work. It's increase your speed is for anybody, because really I work all of my classes. So I teach, how you see those really big classes and, people run around and sometimes they have their assistants help out with the class and all this stuff. It's not like that. I'm very handsy-onsy. So I talk to you guys directly and I find out what it is that your problem is. And so during the class, even though it's a class setting, I'm teaching towards your individual issues. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if somebody can help me phrase what I'm saying. I can put it down as a slogan or something, but that's what I do. And in a big class, and it's not a big class, but in my class, the style of educating that I do, I always individually find out what it is what your problem is. And then I go in and we start to work on what your issue is. But then we have also within a class setting. So there's always much one-on-one time with me. And then we have class settings and you learn more things. So that's kind of how it goes. Now, if you can phrase that in a slogan, anybody, you could give me that in like a sentence, what I just said, so I can use it for future whatever. I'll send you a palette. I'll send you an increase your speed palette. I'll send you an inclusion palette. If you could come up with how to say that succinctly in one sentence, I will send you a damn palette. I really will, because I don't know how to say it short. So it's for anybody. And it's in New York City. It's in New York. It's upstate New York. We are upstate New York. It's in New York. I have people coming from all over. So thank you, everybody coming. Puerto Rico, Alabama. I think, oh God, I forgot. Just Florida. We have people coming. So this is going to be fun. Oh God. Yes. So if anybody could listen, I'm going to put it up. I'll put it up on the community board. And if anybody can come up with something that is catchy that I can say really quickly to get that joint out my mouth faster, bang, I will send the winner an inclusion palette. No, really, I'm serious. I'm not joking. Individualized teaching based off of your skills. I like that. That's rolling, Camille. That's rolling. Okay, listen, this is a contest. The contest is help DeShawn with her sentence. This is a community. She needs help. Okay. So increase your speed is coming May 16th. For those of you who are like, I ain't got that kind of money, there is a payment plan for you to try to make it a little easier, I always believe in payment plans. I grew up with the layaway, so I'm very into payment plans. And that's it. So it's on Assisting Rules site. And if you see right up top, it'll say increase your speed on this side, Assisting Rules on that side. So there you go. So, but I really will put it up on, no, I'm not joking. I'm going to put it up over on the community board and ask you guys how to say that. Okay. But Camille, I like yours too. And I promise I will say the winner is, I promise. Oh my God. Okay. So Monica, get ready to hit your button, baby. So tonight we are here for questions. It's questions. So I'm here to answer your questions. And Monica said she had a doozy for me. And so I'm ready to be hit with the question. So yeah, so I know a lot of times you guys are like listening to me and you are not typing. So you know what the coolest thing is? Like, just like, I know you guys are listening, but if you could just be at the ready with your questions in terms of just like type it out, put it in your phone maybe, and then just type it out in your notes. And then you could just post it. And then that way your question can be answered and you could just walk away. That's it. That's what happens. So Miss Martinez has a question. Okay, here we go. I own a hair and makeup studio. I have a team of 6. Well, congratulations. I have a team of 6 and I myself have been picking up more on working with a production company on small TV stuff and also an agency on updated headshots. Do I continue? Waiting for more. Oh, do I continue? Rachel, we are going on finishing Monica's question. I promise I'll come back to yours. Okay, so what was the question? Do I continue on my own with jobs I'm picking up along the way with photographers who want to book me, or at what point do I get managed? Oh, good. Now we're going to be here for like 5 hours. Okay. No, oops. It's all right, Rachel. It's okay. That's what it's here for. This is a Q&A Sunday. You can ask me a question. I will come back to you. I promise. Okay. Everybody has this thought process of agents, and I'm going to try to make this succinct and to the point. Agents want you to have a lot of work. They want you, I'm never succinct and to the point. What the fuck I'm talking about? Agents want you to have a body of work, like crazy amounts of work, especially nowadays. They're very, agencies used to be helpful to artists. They used to nurture us. And, if you didn't really have a lot, but you had a lot of potential, they would bring you in and bring you back to life and, send you out and do all these things. They really don't do that anymore. It's really more about, it's a money grubby thing. It's more about what can you bring to them. That's what they want to know. And though you have some work, you need a full body of work and before you can walk up to an agency, and say, I'm here. Give me my clients. You understand what I'm saying? That's the funk. Now, what I suggest you do is I suggest you go to an agency and you sit down and talk to them. Because sometimes what agencies will do is they will have a meeting with you. They don't have, sometimes, they're not really that busy. They'll have a meeting with you. Don't try to do anything like this during Fashion Week anywhere. Don't do that during like busy season, which is in New York. I don't know where you are, darling, but in New York, it's Fashion Week and there's Fashion Weeks all over the place now. So don't do it during that period because they're really, really busy. But any other time, reach out to an agency, set up a meeting and have a conversation with them. Because I say what I just said, which is, they're not really interested in but you might be in a smaller town where they may be. So I'm a New Yorker, and New Yorkers or agencies here really don't give a rat's ass. Okay. They don't care about you, me, nothing. They care about money. Whereas maybe in smaller venues, smaller cities, they might care. So I always say, even though I just said to you, nope, I always say, why not try it? Give it go to an agency in your hometown and see if they're willing to help you, see if they're willing to put you up. But also, please don't think that agencies are this panacea of jobs, because they're not. I have an agent, and my agent gets me, I can be, how do you say? I can be put on, I can be offered jobs, let's say about 4 or 5 times a year. Offered, which means they'll call up and say, hey, DeShawn, I have this thing. It's just, can you do it? And then I say, yeah, sure. Why not? I'll do it. And then they'll say, okay, we'll put you on hold. And then that means that on that particular day, I'm on hold waiting to hear confirmation, right, for that particular day. So on that particular day, please do not book yourself on anything else on that particular day, because you just promised yourself to whatever this funky job is, because now you're on hold. So now that's what hold means for us. Don't book nothing on that day. Basically, what will happen is then your agent will call you back and say, okay, it's a go, blah, blah, blah. Or they'll say, oh, sorry, we had to release your hold, which means they went another way, whatever way they decide to go. And I no longer have that job. And that happens quite a bit. It doesn't mean I'm a horrible person. It doesn't mean my agent's a horrible person. It doesn't mean that these people are horrible people. It just means it didn't work out for whatever weird reason. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. So you move on. And then I'm released from hold, and I can do whatever I want to do on that day. And so that happens a lot. A lot. A lot. It happens more times than it doesn't. So I want you to understand it happens a lot. So this is why I don't want you to think an agency is an end all be all. Oh my God, you'll be working until you're, whatever. You're still a freelancer. You're still a salon owner. So you're going to have to make your money no matter what. There's many, many, many high-end makeup artists that you see that are signed, let's say, to an agency, but they get their own clients. It just looks good for the agency. Oh God, this is like, see, I told you this is gonna be long. God diggy dag it. Okay, I'm gonna one more thing. So when you guys look at people, when you look at artists and their agencies, right, you will see that their latest work that they have done will go up on their board. If you pay attention, you will notice that the agency is going to announce that DeShawn Hatcher just did such and such. Isn't that great? Ooh, look how great we are, right? The secret sauce to the bullshit is that DeShawn Hatcher is the one who got herself that job. You get it? And you told the agency, I got this for myself. And then they run out and promote it as if they've done something amazing for me, but they haven't. You understand? So they're riding off of your success. So it may look like an artist is rocking it, but in reality, the artist is rocking it on its own, on his or her own, not through the agency. So there's a lot of bullshit behind the scenes that looks really great and lucrative and everything. And it looks like the agency is doing everything for an artist. But most of the time, especially when the artist hits a certain level, people are calling for that artist. So it's not even like the agency has to do much for them. But there's a lot of bullshit up in the agency, smoke and mirror bullshit to the public that people don't understand. So that was my short and long sermon. That was my short, long sermon on agency. So I want you to understand that, Monica. Make sure you hear me. Okay. Now I don't spoke. Okay, here we go. Franco-Licia, I can't say it. Franco-Licia. Hello, I can't pronounce it right now. Okay, gotcha. I'm doing great on my own already. I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Thank you. You are so welcome, Monica. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit. It's just smoke and mirrors, and it's very difficult to read agencies. I used to. It sounds crazy, I know, but I used to study agencies. I studied them like you would have thought it was a test. I studied them, and then I would look at what the actual artist would be doing. And I'm like, okay, I'm putting 2 and 2 together now. Now I get it. So I studied agencies for years. So believe you me, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. So now, let me rewind this video. Okay, so she asked me, I think it was Rachel. She asked me about undertones, Rachel. What's a foolproof way to be sure about someone's undertone? Well, unfortunately, there is no foolproof way. And the reason why I say that is, especially people of color, any person. Let's say you decided that you were going to match their skin tone to, you're matching their skin tone and it's beautiful. And then let's say your person puts on a red jacket or something. That skin tone will change. It will change. I change with blue hair. I change when I'm wearing red. I change when I'm wearing blue. I change when I'm wearing yellow. My skin tone changes. So I know you're saying undertone, but you also have to look out for that. Some people, my boyfriend, when he wears certain colors, sometimes he wears this particular red. It's not strong red. It's not like that red, but it's like a particular red he wears. He's very dark that drains him of his skin tone. It's still pretty, looks good, but it's still like I can see the color. His skin tone just went down a little bit. But then when he wears like orange or red, it's like, boom, it's like, wow. So you have to, when you're looking for that, make sure that you're discussing what the person is wearing. You might want to even like bring it up to because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I bring it up to the person, they'll do something like this and you'll see quickly how somebody's color will change. People's color changes really fast. It's not like it takes them 45 minutes. The coloring changes really fast. So one, that's the first thing I want you to pay attention to what the person's wearing. Okay. Two, it's just sometimes for many people, it's just a guessing game. I am a little bit more red here. And then I am a little bit more green, olivey green here. And then I'm very light here. So do you understand what I'm saying? So you really just have to. It's like you pull out a palette. That's why inclusion is so important. But you pull out a palette. I think all my palettes are filthy. I think they're all filthy. Sorry. Oh, well, this is not as filthy. But you pull out the palette and basically you would do something like that. You'd hold it up to it's fine. Don't think it's not, don't think it's unprofessional to do stuff like that. You could do this. You hold it up and you start to look and start to pick colors. And then you start to place the color and see how well it fades in. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think I might know the undertone and then step back and you look and you go, oh, what the hell is that? That don't look right. You understand? So you have to start doing that. There's no foolproof way. Really, there isn't. Unless the person is white, or black. There is really no foolproof way. I know people want to tell you, oh, look at the wrist. The wrist will tell you what. Oh, please. I would like, if I see that one more time about the damn wrist, look at the wrist. If you got green, if you have veins that are green, you're this. If you have what am I? Am I supposed to be warm? If you have veins that are blue, you're cool. Whatever. It depends on so much more than that. And also your the arm system. This whole thing that they do. This is normally the lightest part of somebody. That's why you can see the veins so well. There's a lot to it. It's not as simple as they want to make it seem. And that's a very consumer-esque thing they like to do, is just think of the blue veins. Oh, please, woman, shut up. It's more to it than that. That's why cosmetic companies love the fact that you can't understand it, because that means you'd be running around buying more. But if you have the inclusion palette, you can mix and match at will. Wait, I see something's happening. And we're going to remove that person. How we do this? Let me see. Give me a second. Okay. Yep. Okay. Person is gone. Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Let me see. Yeah, Rachel, like that's the problem. See, the problem is they want to tell you all the bullshit. They just want to tell you, it's just as simple as that. It is not that simple. It's just not, So if you're having a hard time with it, believe me, I did too. I had a hard time for years. I had a hard time for myself, because I always talk about this. Like, I'm olive, right? And everybody's always saying, oh, you're so sallow, as if I've got some type of disease. Oh, you're so sallow, and we've got to change your sallow. And I'd be like, well, I kind of like my color. I mean, all right, I'm green, so what? And they would put these colors on top of my skin, and I'd walk around, and I would always look at myself and go, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is that? And it was because all of these amazing experts would tell me that I was yellow and I was orange. And I would run out and buy yellow and orange makeup. I had a friend of mine who is a high makeup artist tell me that I was orange. And so I listened to him and ran out and got the makeup he said I should get. And guess what? Wrong. I was like, because I kept saying, what? You look at yourself and you, what the fuck? What is that? And then I realized, bitch, you green. You got to stay green. And I stayed green. And now my color matches perfectly. I don't have any issue. But yeah, people, it's tricky. It is a tricky thing. But the more you look at it and the more that you trust your own eye. See, I didn't trust my eye. I would listen to everybody else. I was listening to everybody else. And so what you have to do is you have to step back and look and say, what the hell is that? And also when you make up somebody's face, especially foundation, do not go buck wild with it right away. You need to put colors on, let it marinate, walk away, and then look at it. A lot of times you guys are so up on people. I see it all the time. Like you never step back. It's like this. And a lot of times I make the students step back. I'm like, step back. What are you doing? You cannot see color this close. You can't see a person when you're like this. You can't see them. So you step back and look. And then sometimes what I do when I'm not really sure, I will say, get up, get up. I say to person, I say all the time, get up, get up. You got to come with me to the window. I can't see you. I can't see this color. And I take a person to the window because if the lighting is bad, it's just bad. Remember, you're dealing with lighting issues. You're dealing with a whole plethora of different things. You've got to think on your feet and look at the person. A lot of times, like I said, take them to a window. Sometimes I take a person outside if I have to. I don't care. I'm trying to match their color. So they understand that. They understand that I'm trying to do my job and I have to do my job in any way, shape, or form that I can. And so I will take a person outside. I will take a person to the window. As long as I know I'm matching correctly by the window, then I could go back and then start working. But I don't want you guys to think, I don't want you to think this is a simple thing. These cosmetic companies have you thinking it's supposed to be so simple. It's not. That is why people go to school. That is why self-taught people practice for hours getting that down. It is not something that's simple, especially when you're working on so many different undertones. It's crazy. You can have somebody, like I said, you can have, yes, undertones, green or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then you have to deal with what's on the surface as well. So there's a lot of stuff. So do not think that you can't do something, blah, 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 blah. I don't want you to, you just need this. You need to start grabbing as many people as you can. That's all. That's all. This is called practice. Rachel. Yes. I just answered you, Rachel. I do. I make them get their asses up. And I always go like, I can't see you. I'm always like this. I'm like this. And I'm like, I can't see you. Come on, we got to go to the window. We got to go to the window. I can't see you. And they just get up and we go to the window. It's all right. That's cool. Sometimes what you also should do is like one of the reasons why a makeup artist should be the first person at a gig is so you can set up where you want to set up. A lot of times they'll have a makeup station and like there'll be a big window over here, but they want to put the makeup artist like all the way in the corner. And a lot of times I go, oh yeah, no. And then when I'm early, I just normally set up where I want to set up by the window. So you understand? So you have to commandeer a lot of the stuff when you're working. You have to make up your mind. Okay, where am I sitting? Where am I standing? How is the lighting? Can I see? Look at yourself in the mirror. What do I look like? All of that has to come into account when you're working. So there you go. Inside Out. Hello, Inside Out. Vicky, I think I'm going to see you soon, honey. Or maybe not. I don't know. I forgot if you did or not. We'll see. Evie, yes, let the foundation marinate. Marinate, thank you. MAC, NC, and NW foundations had me hella confused for a while. Listen, I work with that MAC stuff now for TV, and I only do it like once or twice a month. And I have to tell you that for some of the colors, they're amazing. For some of them other colors, they are jacked ass up. Okay, that's why I'm not a big MAC person, because I've noticed that when you go a little bit, I just put my palette away. Wait a minute. When you in MAC, let's see. When in MAC, I've noticed that when you go past like this color here, these colors, these two colors, this color and this color, everything starts getting really red. I've noticed that no matter what NC, NW, whatever the hell, it starts turning really red and it's really funky, which is one of the reasons why I'm not really crazy about MACs foundations for people of color, because as much as I would, as many colors as they have, you would think they'd get that right, and still they haven't. It's very, very red. If you were to put makeup on one of those colors on a black person and let them go outside, do a halfy face. Which is what I do. I do a halfy face, and then I take a person outside and look at them in the real light. You will see this redness come over them. You don't see it sometimes in normal room. You take a person outside, you will see red on one side and then the normal color on the other side. Yeah. So I can see, this is what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want you guys to feel like I can't do it. Sometimes it's just the jacked up makeup. You get what I'm saying? Like, you blame yourself for a lot of stuff when it's not you. Sometimes it just could be the funky colors. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they'll say, oh, this is the right color, blah, blah. You run out and spend your money, and then you put it on people. You're like, what the fuck? What's happening? It's not you. It's the color. You understand? You just have to be quicker at realizing that's not the right color. That's the point. That's the point. That's the trick. You have to be bang. You put it on somebody, go, oh no, that's not right. And then you keep mixing. Sorry, I hear something. Okay. Sorry, I can go on and on about foundation. Skin foundation. Matching the skin, making the skin look beautiful is my specialty. I'm very proud of that. But it also has taken me a good 12 to 15 years to really get it down. You understand? It took me a long time to get that, to understand the nuances between all of that and stop listening to marketing, because that's what all these cosmetic companies do. They market to you. That's why if you notice, the pro brands don't market to you in that way. They don't say, oh, try our foundation for, they don't do that, because they expect the pro to understand what's happening. So that's it. Oh, there we go. Luana X. You know, I did this last time you were here, honey. Luana X. Oh, help me, Jesus. Thank you, Evie. It's not a paint by numbers. It's not paint by numbers. So don't beat yourselves up. It's just called practice. That's all you have to do is practice. Yeah, Christina, she's like, laugh out loud. Yes, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you get placed in those odd lighting situations. You would think they would say, I mean, literally, the window is like, the window's like 20 feet wide. The window's like 20 feet wide, and they will put us in the corner on the other side of the room. And it's like, why am I over here? Oh, please. Oh, that was the boyfriend closing my door. Okay. So, yes, I totally agree with that. You got to do what you got to do. Okay. Wow, Maggie 11. Thanks for this information. You are so welcome, my darling. Welcome. I don't remember seeing you before. Let's see. Alicia. Hi, love. Aw, that's so sweet. I just had that issue today. I tried matching my client with Juvia's Place, and it oxidized darker soon as I turned my back. Yes. She was a fair skin, so there was no tweaking. Yes. It's no shame. Yes. It's no shame in redoing. There's no shame in redoing. Sometimes, especially when I not when I first started, but I've been doing this for a minute, right? But even every now and then there'll be a person and I'll be like, what color was that I just did? And I go, that ain't right. But I don't do a whole face. I always do like a little bit. And I go, oh, let's start again. What was that? It happens. But yeah. And the oxidization. I'm going to just say it that way. Okay. Yeah, man, that's a biatch as well. there are several brands that I used to love. But I got tired of playing the oxidization game. You know what I'm saying? I got tired even for myself. I used to use it on myself. And I used to have to wear like a lighter color because I knew it was going to get darker. You know what I mean? But it took a minute for it to kick in with me because my oils have to hit it. And sometimes I'm not as oily as I should be for the color to kick in. Yeah. So I just had to stop using it because it was it was weird. It's like I was going out lighter and then within 20 minutes I was my color. It was just strange. And I got tired of playing that game. So yeah. So those are the types of foundations and stuff I don't have in my kit any longer. Or those are the types of colors I have, but I only have it for white people or lighter people. Because sometimes you get darker people. That's what happens to us. It's sort of like anything that you put, any type of greasy thing that you would put next to onto anything. Those blue strips, and you take those blue strips and you go like this and it turns a dark blue. It's exactly what's happening with the foundation. The blue strip is the foundation, and then all of a sudden it hits with the oils and it gets darker. That's what's happening. But we won't know that until we put it on somebody, until we see the skin start to react with that makeup. Because oily skin people aren't always highly oily, especially when you guys are priming and you're doing all this stuff. So you have to think about that when you're putting it on, that eventually this stuff is going to turn on them. So you have to be careful. You understand? It's the oil in our skin that's going to make that joint oxidize a lot faster. Jade. First of all, Jade, there's nothing off topic because it's Q&A Sunday. Okay. So, hey, Sean, a bit off topic, but I tried to join the Assisting Rules Facebook group and it has been pending for 2 weeks now. I'd love to be accepted. Jade, I just was on there accepting people. I didn't see you, sweetie. I will, when I get off of this thing, I will look and see. Did you answer the questions, Jade? Okay. There were questions. Only those who answer the questions get through the pearly gates of Assisting Rules message board. So just answer the questions. If you haven't, I have like 50 people who are pending, who ain't answered that question, ain't getting in. And I don't care. Unless I know you and I've met you and I said, oh, okay, I know you got the book, or I sold you the book myself. You ain't getting in there because it's a very tight-knit group of people. So nobody just gets up in there, all right? But if you just answer the question, if you answer the question, then I overlooked you. I didn't see you. But I just literally let in about 6 or 7 people. Out of that whole group of people, only 6 or 7 people answer the question. Oh, Jade got the book for, she's like, listen, Biatch. Okay, I answered the question, okay? Okay, Jade, so then what I'll do is I'll go when I'm off here, I'll look, okay? Just, I promise, as soon as I'm done here, I'll go back and look. We'll get your behind up in there, right? Thank you for buying that book, by the way. Thank you, appreciate that. So we'll get you in there, girl. Evie had a question. How do you handle, I think I just said it. Wait, I'm going to go back because things are flying. I'm reading, y'all. Lillian X. I'm going to say your name like 5,000 different times. Like Lillian X, Liliana X, something like that, okay? I agree with you. I can't rock MAC. I do love their blushes. I love everything for most lines, honestly, but foundations. You know what I mean? Because the foundation, if you can't get the foundation right, if you get the base wrong, everything is wrong. So yeah, I don't mind MAC's blush. I don't mind MAC's pencils, but that foundation, I ain't really jacking around that foundation too much. And I do like their Studio Fix powders, but only for when I'm working in TV. Evie, let me do this again. How do you handle oxidation on a long production day? You get the right foundation. Sorry, not to be snippy, but you just have to get the right foundation. If your foundation that you're using is oxidizing, then you need to go get the right foundation. Why do I say that? Because you can't control it. Once it goes. There's no controlling oxidation, whatever. There's no controlling it. It takes off. And so you're trying to like, suddenly I'm dark all of a sudden. It didn't happen to me. It happened to me one day. I put this makeup on and it matched me. And then when I got home, I said, what the fuck? I was like this deep brown all of a sudden. I said, what the hell happened? I was deep brown and orange. Deep brown. It's not even that it made me darker. It also oxidized into another color altogether, a different color tone, where it was golden when it went on, and then it was orange when it got darker. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no fixing that. You can't fix that. I would have to physically go and wash my face and to put it back on. So the whole point is you got to start off with the right foundation. That's it. There's no fixing that joint. Really, there isn't. So whatever you got in your kit, I don't care if you buy Graftobian or not. I don't care. Get what works. You have something in your kits that's not working. And if you're having an issue in oxidization, that's telling you something. It's telling you this joint, whatever you got, it's not working. Or it could be you're using the wrong color there. So it could be a foundation issue, or it could be you. But I'm not sure, you know what I mean? Because I don't like to blame us for stuff because I think we're pretty perfect. But it could be something you're doing as well. You could be choosing the wrong color. But if you're telling me that it's an this is a long day. If you're telling me it's getting darker, she can't say the word today. If you're telling me it's getting darker as the day goes on, then it could be that. I mean, as far as fixing it, if you're in a pinch and you fix it, you could just kind of try to go back over it with a lighter color. You could try, but you probably will have to wipe that joint off and start all over again. Especially when you say on a long production, there's really nothing you can do. Because you remember, I mean, hopefully you're sealing the makeup in with powder. You're doing all these things. You got to be careful with all that. So yeah, I honestly think you need new foundation. If that's happening, you need new foundation. And I dare say you should try some Pro foundations. That's why I love Pro foundations. And there's a plethora of companies. I am not just the pusher of Graftobian. I'm the pusher of Pro, because Pro has been proven for a million gazillion years. So I definitely say Pro. Go Pro, baby. Go Pro. Rachel, should we match foundation from the cheek? From the cheek to the jawline? Neck or chest? Depends on what you're working on. Depends on what the person looks like. Every Black person's not the same. I know we say that we're lighter in here and then we're darker supposedly around the perimeter, like I'm darker up here. But some sisters and brothers, let's not be sexist. I have a young lady who is darker here, and she's dark. She's like real dark here. So it depends. Discoloration is discoloration. That's why I color correct first. I'm a color corrector. So I color correct everything and then I go in and do whatever I want to do. So that's why I say, again, there's never a one size fits all answer. It depends on the person. What are you looking at? You get what I'm saying? I want to break everybody of the habit of doing something every single time in the same exact manner. You got to learn how to, instead of going from point A to point B, you might have to go to A to Z to T. Sometimes you just have to do this stuff that goes all over the place to get to the final thing. It's normally never so, even though I color correct, and that's the first thing I do, because color correction has nothing to do with foundation. It's not a color. You're just taking out discoloration so you can see what you're dealing with. A lot of times what you might want to do is take out, this is what I do. I like to take the discoloration out of somebody's face, because if it's distracting to me. It's very distracting. I see people who go in straight with foundation, and then they take the foundation and they use the foundation to cover up whatever discoloration they see. But that's a lot of foundation. And so I tend to color correct first, and then I go in with whatever foundation colors I need. And don't get me wrong, I'm constantly adjusting. So you have to understand that I am constantly adjusting as I go along. I might go, oh, I want this darker, put a little dab darker. You know, it's not one size fits all. It just isn't. Leah, Natasha, it's okay. There's a replay, so no worries, darling. Welcome. What are your go-tos for your male grooming kit? Leah, same thing. I don't really have, I mean, I do. I say I don't have one, then I do, then I don't, then I do. I have a male grooming kit, but that comes with men's stuff. Like, when I know I'm working with men and women, because I do corporate work and stuff like that, right? So when I know I'm dealing with men and women, because, you know, grooming is also hair. So I don't use the same, let's say, hairspray on the guys that I would on a woman, because sometimes it's too flowery, whatever. But the makeup is the same. I don't change my makeup for men. I don't change the makeup for men. But again, I'm cognizant of the fact that I don't pull out flowery smelling stuff and put it on a man. You know, I tend to just, you know, have clean. Most of my stuff in my kit doesn't have a scent at all. So I just tend to be able just to use what I have. I pull out inclusion. You know, I don't really change up. The only thing I really do change up is the hairsprays, because I have a hairspray that smells so good. It smells like, oh, I love the smell so much. But I know on a man, they might go, I don't want to go home with the smell. You know what I mean? So you have to be cognizant of smells and stuff like that. So that's just what I do. I'm reading what you said because you're flying. Christina, do you think swatches on the drawer line is the best method of color matching? No. What? Look at the face. What color is where? Where is the color? Like I just said, I'm darker here. So if I'm darker here, let me see. We'll do a mini class today. All right, I'm going to put some of these colors. Let's see. Let's do some shits and giggles. Hold on. Let's take this color. And then I'm running out of fingers. Hold on. I'm running out of fingers. Okay. I can't see. I have a microphone right here, so I can't see anything. Okay. So if I just sit to you, now normally that would be like my color that kind of should go right here, right? I've seen people put this all over somebody's face first, then come in and put this in the highlight and like literally cover a whole person's face. So you just asked me, that made me do this? Where are you? So why would I think that putting this color here is going to give me the color for my whole face? What happens if I had darkness up here? Am I supposed to take this color now and put it all over my face? Or, you understand? What are you looking at? Is it darker up here? Does it look okay if it's darker up here? Is that color correct in terms for your eye, for what you're trying to do? You're the makeup artist. You are controlling that face. What is in your mind? When you look at that person, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to lower someone's forehead? Somebody who has like a fiver, like a Tyra. Are you trying to make that forehead come down? Then you need a darker color. So what happens if the person has a lighter color up here? Well, you might now have to go and start dive in this color to bring the forehead down, right? But it depends. Listen, I can put this on my head just to darken it. To bring my forehead down. Is that my color? No. So all of this color matching, again, that's a very consumer-esque thing that they want you to see. What colors are physically on the face? As the makeup artist, what are you sculpting? What are you trying to do? You understand? I want you guys to start looking at it more artisty-wise. I want you to look at it that way, because you have to decide on what are you trying to do. And then you can start choosing colors accordingly. Right? Sometimes if you, I love the reel, right? And I love to look at Tamara's makeup. Tamara has this highlight. Let me see, I try to do tonight, but I don't like to blow up my skin that much. Tamara has this highlight that goes from here on up. It's like, boom. It's like a very bright light. Why do they do that? Because it looks like a light is on her face, and it also helps to blow out this area right here. So she may not look, she's a mom, so she may not, when you do something like that, it may look like you're wide awake. Because I do that every now and then when I'm tired and I'm going somewhere and I need to blow this area out in my face because I'm tired, and all of a sudden it will look like I'm awake. All of these things matter. And again, I might use that color on my face. Is that my color? No. So it depends on what are you doing? What's the look that you're trying to achieve on this person? Start thinking more like a makeup artist and less like a consumer. Consumer bull crap will make you guys think, oh, let me just do this. No, it's more to it than that. It's especially on darker people. There's more to it than that. We're all 5,000 different colors. So there's more. I want you to start looking at people, figuring out what am I correcting? What's wrong with this face? Am I making the nose small? If I'm making the forehead high? Am I somebody with a long face? How do I correct the long face? How do I make that face not so long? There's a lot of things you do with makeup. It's not just, I want you guys to get that. I beat that into my students. I want you to get that. So it's more than contouring. That's why I want you to start. Listen, everybody, you have a homework assignment. You're going to start to go get some magazines, old magazines, it doesn't matter. And you're going to start to dissect them. You're going to start to say, what am I looking? This is how I train my eye. What am I looking at? What did they do to her in order to achieve this look? What did they do to her? And I start to dissect the picture, and I start to notice shading. I start to notice lifting. Like, I like to do this thing where I lift people's faces up. So everybody looks younger, everybody looks fresher. That's my joy. I love to make older people look young and fresh and all that. That's all about lifting the face and all. So do you see what I'm saying? There's more to it than just this. You see, I could probably use this color. I wouldn't use this color on a white person, but like I just showed you, I could use this color here. There's a multitude of things that you guys can do. I want you to start thinking outside of your box. So you have a homework assignment. Go get some old magazines. Go to the doctor's office. Go grab his old magazines off the thing and start dissecting what you see. You have to learn how to read a face. You have to learn how to read these things, because then it'll make you a better makeup artist. You'll start to understand even more of how to sculpt faces, and not just this shit that they do. It's not. It's more to it than that. I'm just saying. I'm reading. You know how when I go off on a tangent, y'all know I got to pull myself back and look at what you're saying. Evie, you said nearly every model I know says that MAC makes them break out. Anyone else have that same issue? Me. That's why I didn't use MAC on them. I refuse to use MAC. If it breaks out, if I keep hearing from models for years, this stuff breaks me out, then I don't put it on anybody. Christina, I sincerely hope I answered you, my darling. But yes, the 3 swatches, I get out of the consumer realm, go into makeup artist mode, okay? All that shit, all that. Do you think salon suites are great for makeup artists? Just no, was it? Nora's. Hi, just Nora's. I don't know what a salon suite is. You mean like working in a salon? Is that what you mean? Please come back and tell me if that's what you mean. Rachel says, I get what you mean about color correcting, but when the neck is much darker than the face, it is very challenging. Welcome to makeup. Yeah, it's challenging. So if I had a person, it depends on how, like I had a person who's, no, it was the opposite way, actually. It was a complete opposite way. What's the color complexion? Viola Davis. So think of Viola Davis, right? So she was from Africa. Beautiful, dark-skinned sister. And she wanted to wear like just a V-neck, But on her chest, she was my color. I was like, holy mother. I've never seen that before. So I was like, what am I going to do with this? And first we would say, just put a scarf on her, right? But I was like, no, we will not. And so basically you always have to find this color, put it on her in some way, shape, or form just to brighten her up. And then you might have to come down here and put some color down here. There's all different ways doing it. Is it challenging? Yeah, that's the fun. I love it when people come to me and they have things like that. I get excited. I'm like, oh, this is a challenge. So I get excited. Get excited. Do not get scared. Be excited. Don't be anxious. Be excited when you see something like that coming your way, because that means that if you've never seen it before, you can conquer that joint and you can make it look amazing when you're done. And then you step back and you go, I did it. I'm so good. I love it when a challenge comes my way. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. I love it when I get these, what's that? Like, I love it. I live for stuff like that because working on models for so long, it's just like, okay. But when you have people with lots of issues, it's just like, oh, I got you. And I love the fact that I can make it still look like skin, and it's not like a coverage and it's not like a heavy beat. It's just like they'll look in the mirror and they go, oh my God, I freaking love that. So look at that as a challenge, and then look at it too as like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it right, and it's gonna be flawless. That's what you're gonna do. So when you see that, start thinking of how whatever this color is, how you're gonna get it up here, and vice versa. This all has to match. See, I don't do the cheating. I call it cheating. I don't do the cheating when I see it all the time, and it irritates me because, look at how great I matched the makeup. All they do is take the makeup color and they bring it down here and they do all this. They put it on the ear. I can match makeup like that too. Okay. Is that matching, or is that just covering up a person and then doing whatever you need to do to them? You get what I'm saying? To me, that's cheating. I call it cheating. You should be a good makeup artist, and you should be able to match this to this. You should be able to get this to flow, right? Don't cheat. That's the lazy way out. You don't have to think when you cover up somebody's whole head. You don't have to think. You're just taking a color. It's almost like taking spray paint and spraying over somebody's whole body and then starting from scratch. That's not really... I don't like doing that. I like it where I don't have to make up the chest all the time. Learn how to make skin look like skin, and then you can move on to all this other stuff. But that's just me. I don't like to cheat. Wait, whoa. Wow, Maggie. What did my Wow Maggie say? Wait a minute, let me go back. What was about the set? Oh, hey, Mickey. What was about the setting spray? I did not see that. Graftobian has a crack ass setting spray. Like, it ain't moving. Like, the makeup's not going to move. Show. Wait a minute. Everything's happening. Y'all are asking me a lot of questions. Thank you for all the questions. I really appreciate that. What are my fave fancy trendy poo brands I'm still obsessed with? My two favorite brands are, for me, just Dior and Tom Ford. Those two just make me go, oh, I could just melt. I freaking love that stuff, but I refuse to buy it. She's cheap. But I just love it. I just melt. Smell. But I will say this, that Inglot eyeshadows are very Tom Ford. I gave you a tip. Inglot's things are very Tom Ford. Wait, something's happening. Glam Tam Tam. Hi, Glam Tam Tam. We love Glam Tam Tam. First of all, we love her name, but we love Glam Tam Tam. Hi, honey. Let's see. Just know I almost tanked my company going to a salon suite. When I first started, I didn't have $1,000 a month to spend on an SS salon suite. Thank goodness I got out of. Can somebody please tell me what a salon suite is? This is new. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Unless you here in New York, or I'll say here in New York, we say renting a booth. Is that what you mean when you say salon suite? I know this is maybe a new fancy way to talk, but is that what that is? A salon suite is like renting a booth? Trying to understand what you guys are saying. Pure Joy Makeup. Hello. Hey, Matt. Hi, DeShawn. Again, would it be weird if I walked into an agency and left them a business card or a comp card, trying to figure out a way to stand out from the pack while being professional? Would it be weird if you were to walk into an agency and left them a business card? So in other words, I'm just trying to get the visuals, okay? Bear with me. So you're just saying, like, you kind of like sashayed in and said, hello, my name is Matt and I'm fabulous and here's my comp card. Call me when you get the chance. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying you walking in there with you got a meeting, and in the meeting, when you were done, you gave them your comp card? I'm trying to understand what that is, because if it's the first one, just walking in and going, here's my comp card, darling, that doesn't do anything. They'll take your comp card and throw it in the garbage. So you really need to connect with people in there. So the better thing would be is to make an appointment and sit down and talk to their makeup agent if you can. That way. And let's say if you called several times, right? Let's just say, listen, biatch, I don't call this agency like for the last 8 months. Okay. Like every day for 8 months. You want to check me out or what? So you can be a little ballsy, listen, we all got to do what we got to do. So you can be a little ballsy and walk up to the agency and say, here's my comp card. Is anybody available to talk to? Because I've been calling for a month. You get what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt. They ain't talking to you anyway. So you might as well try. You might as well try. That's how I look at it. Hey, Doris. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, the rooms that, thank you, Leah, the rooms that you rent out. Okay, so we call them booth rentals. Okay, now I get it. Oh, salon suites. Y'all are so fancy. I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. Okay, so who asked the question about a salon suite? Salon suite ranges from $275 to $315 a week. So you're talking about $1,200 a month? Child, I rent $1,200 a month. Cheap. $1,200 a month. I mean, you could rent some other places for $1,200. You can go to probably a photography studio or something, rent out space for probably half that. Let me see. There's weird things happening here. Give me 1 second. Glam God. Oh, Glam God is in the halls. Hello, Glam God. Hello, darling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to read what you said. Wait. For some reason, they are blocking what you're saying tonight. I don't know why that's happening. Thank you, Doris. Yeah, art studios, all those types of studios are great too. I mean, if you're gonna, $1,200, you really got to be making like 75 to 80%, above that every month in order to pay, in order for that to work out. Like rental spaces shouldn't cost that much, because like you guys to be making like easy $10,000, $12,000 a month when you do something like that, because then that cost is not going to hit you. You know what I mean? To me, that's steep. I find that steep. She too cheap for that. Hold up. So Matt, I know you asked me this a while ago, but please. Okay, so Matt also asked me, hello, DeShawn. Hello, Matt. I'm looking to assist makeup artists, but only have 6 images on my site of different models, which is fantastic. Would I need more quality or more quantity? Thank you. Well, first of all, seriously, I'm not joking. Like, I'm like straight up, I'm not joking. Straight up, not joking, Matt. If you don't have that book, get that book. Like, number one, I will answer this question. Get that book. When you read that book from cover to cover, that is what assisting is all about. That's why I wrote that book. Assisting Rules at assistingrules.com. Okay. So on here, I actually discussed on here on the U and the Tube, I discussed in one of my videos, I think it was website versus Instagram versus something, I think, about how many pictures you need, blah, blah, blah. It's on that video. And I scold people. I scold people on that video, but it is on that video. So you should check out that video. It's got a picture of a computer on it. So please go check out that video. Get that book. If you want to be an assistant, you have to get the book. Like, for real, no joke. I don't care if you borrow it from somebody. I don't care. You have to read the book, period. Do not assist anybody unless you have read that book from cover to cover and you have learned those rules, because there's too many weird rules that society does not understand about being an assistant. And so I don't ever want anybody to go to set and think that they can do whatever they want to, because you can't. And that's why I wrote it. It's so funny. I came up with the analogy today of saying that we are in the world, as I say, everything's a world to me, okay? But our world is like, we go into Japan, there are different cultures and there are different languages that you're going to have to learn. That's what that's all about. It's like you're going to go to Japan. It's like you're going to go to Mongolia. I love Mongolia. I don't know why I say it all the time, but I do. You understand? That's what that's all about. That's what this is all about. This is what I do is all about. It's like I'm trying to teach you a different world. If you're stepping into this world, it's just different. There are different ways to handle customer services, different ways of doing things. That's what this is all about. That's what I scream about with you guys. You're stepping into a different world and you're going to have to learn the culture and the language. And if you don't know that, you're going to blow your whole freaking career up. It's going to blow up. I don't want to see it blow up. Okay. So read that book. Like I said to everybody, I don't care if you borrow the book. I don't give a rat's ass. Read the book. Like, read it. I'm reading. Paula, hi, sweetie. Hi. Some more. I recently found my joy for makeup again. Oh, yay. Me looking forward to makeup classes in May. Sometimes I lose my mojo and I'm not inspired. My artistic side has been kicking in different ways. Some more. Listen. I think I have a video on here that says, oh my God, I forgot what it was. I think it was one of my very first videos I had done, and I think it's green and white, and it's like, I can't remember the title of it right now, but yeah, I mean, we all have that. We hit that weird makeup wall where like, oh shit, I have no inspiration. I just hit that not too long ago. It was just like, oh God, I don't know. And then I found something to do and I was like, yay. So it happens, and it happens to all of us. If it happens to you, put the brush down, back away from the brush, put the brush down, woosah, take a minute, go to the park, go see a movie, woosah, and then come back, because your mojo will come back. I think so. I think most of us, the mojo will come back. I just think that it's hard. It's a hard business to be in. There's a lot of rules. Artistry, the art of it all is very difficult to master. It takes years. And I think a lot of times we're very hard on ourselves. I'm hard on myself. So I know you guys are hard on yourselves. I mean, we are people. We are hard on ourselves. And so I dig it. I dig the whole, I just lost my mojo. We lose our mojo. But I think if you step away from it and you woosah it out, you'll come back refreshed. I started picking up old magazines I hadn't seen in years ago. Oh my God. So it's all there. It's all there. You got it back, honey. Congratulations. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Mickey's telling me about this salon suite. Okay, so they provide a sink, cabinets, utilities are included. You can customize it to your liking. Oh, some salon suite companies even provide you with a page on their site where clients can book you. Oh, so fancy. So very fancy. Okay, honey, I did not know that. I did not know that. I mean, it's great. I mean, I don't know. I would think that I'm going to percolate that. And because this is the first I'm hearing of the salon suite. So it sounds really cool. Sounds really dope, but I'm going to percolate on that. And I'm going to come back next week with a salon suite answer. I'm not sure about it. I don't know. I have to percolate on it. Tam. I'm also making a habit of distinction between assist and a co-artist. Oh, that's a good point. Yes, assisting and being a co-artist are two different things, two different pay levels, really two different job descriptions. And a lot of times when people try to do the okie doke, they will try to hire you as an assistant, but then you really are like doing everything, and doing makeup, and you're really the second artist. Like there's a lead and then there's the second. Doesn't mean you're assisting. It means you're just the second artist in this thing. But what they'll try to do is try to do the okie doke and pay you as an assistant. You get what I'm saying? Or call it, oh, I got an assistant gig for you, blah, blah, blah. But you run around breaking your ass. No, that's not that tam. It's glam tam is so right. It is not the same thing. Not the same thing by far. Maria, hi, Maria. The Ark and Covenant of Beauty. I remember that name. Hi, darling. Rainbow Marie here. Oh my God, aka the Ark. Well, hello, Rainbow Marie. I love your name. I love it. I've been on low key. Yeah, I've been low key. Been low key, a little bored as of late. Yeah, I mean, happens. I was bored too. I went through I'm bored. I'm so bored. Yeah, I dig it. I feel it. There's nothing I can even say. Like, don't feel that way. Hell, feel that way. I think we all go through it. Totally get it. Are you asking me about my lipstick? Glam tam? I don't know what you're asking me. Okay. Maria Jones, a service is available where you can, oh yeah, you just told me that. Okay. A few companies you can check out for the salon suites are Salons by JC, My Salon Suites, and Sola Salons. Okay. I wouldn't, Glam God says, I wouldn't recommend a salon suite unless you offer me more than makeup, like hair or doing estheticians in addition to makeup. Okay, so basically, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around this. So for the makeup artist, you're just physically going in and, like, as she just explained to me, you have your booth and your clients come in, you do their makeup kind of thing. Now, Glam God is saying that some of these places it seems to me that only offering the service of you as a makeup artist coming in and doing something, instead of, like, he's saying that I want to do hair, I want to do this, I want to do that. Is there a difference in terms of what you are allowed to do? Are you only allowed to come in and do makeup? And here's another question. I have a question too. Is it for the licensed makeup artist only? I want to know. Hit me below. Let me know. Yeah, this is new. I've never heard of this before until tonight, so I have no idea. I'm just reading. I got to go back and read because I feel like I missed some stuff. Even when I go back and read and I miss some stuff, I'm like, I always like review what we do here later on in the night. And I go, oh shit, I didn't see that. So I always have to go, oh man, I'm sorry, I missed that question. Just Nora says, I need help with taking better pictures. I would love to be one of your students. Well, come on, woman. I'm doing increase your speed. You start studying pictures. Start doing some look at pictures. Look at some of the best pictures. I mean, quite frankly, the camera phone is pretty damn good. Ain't nobody said you got to run out there and buy some Canon Mark 15 for $10,000. For what we're doing, and if you're new, fairly new, the camera phone is fine. It's positioning of a person's face. It's making sure you get enough light. iPhones are notorious for not, you need a lot of light for an iPhone. I was an iPhone person, and then I wanted to take it and slam it against the wall. So then I moved over to a Samsung, and right now the Samsung is doing me well. I don't have the temperament for an iPhone. I don't have temperament for Mac because I want to break it in like a million pieces. So I don't have the right temperament for it. But start studying, start looking at things. You guys have to do your homework. See, this is the thing. It's like just being a makeup. I think I was saying this. I was on a panel a couple of weeks ago, like now 2 weeks ago, I think. And somebody had raised their hand and was asking, about, they were really talking to film makeup artists, and talking about, I think it was bruising or something. Like the types of bruising. And I said to her, I said, you have to do your homework. I said, even when I did film, I had to do my homework. I literally was looking up bruises. You have to do your homework. I said, even when I did film, I had to do my homework. I literally was looking up bruises of things that you're supposed to be doing for your career that you're not doing. There should be, I don't have it here. I have a stack of tears from magazines that literally are in like one of those big boxes because I studied them. I studied every single one of them. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing all of these things. You're supposed to be studying. You're supposed to be looking up things. You're supposed to, like, your downtime is really not your downtime. Your downtime is to be spent studying and looking and learning, because a lot of times, remember, even though you go to school, I went to school, but school is to teach you the very basics of what it's like to be a makeup artist. Then you go to work, and then you have to start creating the world. You have to start creating your world. And if you don't do that, if you walk around and I don't know, it's because you're not studying. And as a makeup artist, there's so much to study. You really have to get all up in it. I was looking at crime scene photos of bruising. This is what I'm saying. Like, you got to get all like obsessive with it, because that's going to make you a better makeup artist. If you want to learn how to take pictures, then start looking at magazines, start looking at the world, start going on photography. I join photography boards and such. I read about photography. I have conversations with photographers. When I'm on set, I normally will stay and watch what the photographer's doing. Even if I don't understand the language of the f-stop or whatever, I'm still looking at, why did he take a light and position her in a certain way? If you see my setup here today, I got 2 big whiteboards. I've got a mesh over my head. I've got all these things happening. Why? Because when I was on set, I learned how to do these things. So there's always learning. There's just, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff to learn as a makeup artist. It's not just about makeup. I try to get that into your heads. It's just so much more than a highlight and a contour. Just so much more. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so Mickey says, Glam God, I can agree with that. For me, I do aesthetic services along with providing bridal makeup, so it's ideal for me. So Glam God is still saying no if I can't do anything other than that. And then Doris is telling me Salon Suites has been contacting makeup artists via Instagram. Okay, so they're really not looking for licensed people then. Interesting. Okay. I'm learning. Y'all are teaching me. See, I'm learning new things. I can learn new things. Okay. Interesting. Interesting to me. Being a new makeup artist is so much easier than those that did not have the U and the tube and social media. You would think it would be, Evie, but so many people don't even Google. It's amazing to me how many of you guys don't even Google. You will ask me questions like, well, did you Google that? And you're like, nah, I didn't even think about Googling. I'm like, yeah, like, I think we were just having this conversation just the other day, actually, where we were saying that why don't you people Google, and why don't you do your research and your homework? And I have a feeling that it's like, because it's there in a weird way, you don't really have to put an effort into it in a weird way. Like, you don't use Google. A lot of you, and again, I'm not talking specifically to you, Evie, but a lot of you don't Google, you don't research, you don't do anything, because it's sort of like, see, YouTube has been designed, in its own way, which is fascinating to me because I'm here and I'm talking to you and I'm happy that I'm here to give insight. But then there's also so much other trash and noise that unfortunately seems to get your attention. And so all of your stuff gets gobbled. Whereas I think back in the day, it seemed, now that I think about it, it seems hard to us. Let me make sure I get this right. It was easier because we had goals, I guess. Is that what I'm trying to say? So my goal was, when I would have to leave my house, take my ass down to Barnes & Noble's on 14th Street, Union Square, go get the stack of magazines because it wasn't readily available online. So now I have to physically go somewhere to get a stack of magazines so I can look through them all, so I can get my lessons that way. And then I would take notes. It seems like it's harder, and technically it is, because we had to leave our house and we actually had to go to the library. We had to do all these things. But the more I realize it, that sometimes this box that we sit in front of, there's too much, and then we get complacent and we don't look it up. I'm old school, so I look up everything constantly, but I noticed that younger people don't do that. And it's always shocking to me. But I think because this box is right here, and I think that you guys think this YouTube is somewhat of a world that you learn from. And it is, because I learned a great deal from it. But it's not the end all be all. And you have to get your ass off of the YouTube and look at the world as a whole, because YouTube is not it. YouTube gives me answers. YouTube has helped me, and I'm not saying it hasn't, but I have also conferred with other people outside of the world of YouTube. I've taken other classes outside of the world of YouTube. YouTube is great. It's amazing. I'm on it too much. Myself, I love the interior decorating. I love all this stuff. But guess what? I take my ass and I go out and I take classes. I learn from other individuals. I learn from sound people. I learn from this person. And a lot of times, I just don't see you guys doing that. I see that YouTube is the world, and I don't want YouTube to be your world. I want the world to be your world. I want you to look past this and realize that Nikki Tutorials is not the end all be all. And she lies too. She lies a lot, because whenever she does her makeup, let me be truthful, she'll do her neck first. Pay attention. This is what I'm saying. YouTube is amazing. YouTube is great, but there's so much lies on here. It drives me crazy. She makes up her neck first. Pay attention. She makes up her neck first to match her face. So she comes to you people with no makeup on her face, and then she acts like she's matching when she's not. It's like little things like that you don't notice. That's what drives me crazy about the U and the tube. So please, if you can only do one thing, hear me now. Get your ass off of YouTube and get out and see the world, because then you won't get so bored. I'm bored because I've been doing this for 20 years. You know, I'm bored because I'm trying to figure out what's the next step for me. What am I going to do next for my career? What's going to happen? You know what I mean? When you've done so much, then what else can you do? Always, like, I'm not Madonna by no means, but it's like, how does one reinvent themselves yet again? What new ventures can I find for myself? You understand? But when you haven't done a lot of stuff, or you haven't done your research, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, and you say, oh, I'm bored, then the world is open to you. When you get bored and you're somewhat new, less than 10 years or something, start to organize your tears and decipher them. I mean, I should do just a class on magazines and teaching you guys how to look at magazines and to get your education from magazines, because it's all right there. In fact, I might do a class like, see, look, see, I reinvented myself. She's stupid. Okay. Talk about learning. Denora. Yes, Denora, I will see you on the 16th, my darling. People who learn will grow. That's what I believe. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, I got on the soapbox. I'm sorry. Oh, you want to know about my red lipstick? Oh, actually, I was going to put on this loud ass pink lipstick, but I couldn't find it tonight. And then I said, F it. I'll pick this, and I like it. Me like it. It's Cosette. I never wore it. I can't see the name. Sophia? I don't know what it says. Sophelia? It's beautiful. It's the first time I'm wearing it. I'm digging it. It's like a lip paint thingy. And I knew somebody's gonna ask me, so I kept it here. So I normally put all my stuff away, but it's Cosette. Yeah, I got it from one of the shows. I like it, so I'm gonna be wearing this. I like it. The ARC asked me a question. Is it really a lot to learn? Didn't know where to begin when I first started only working in cosmetic departments until I finally got to MAC. Cosmetics taught me a lot. There we go. Again, there is so much more to the world than MAC Cosmetics. There is so much more to the world than Graftobian. There's so much more to our world than all of this. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. There's so much more. And if you want to stick around for a very long time, there's just so much more. You got to learn. You got to be able to, dip and dive and flow. If you don't have the flow, you're going to get bored. I mean, I got bored. But I think I got bored because I got lazy. This is, hey, straight up, let's be truthful. I got bored because I got lazy. So don't be lazy. Get your behinds up. Go to a museum, study some art, check it out. It's like a lot of stuff you can do. That's why I keep saying makeup artist. It's too broad. Like there's just too much under the title of makeup artist that you have to really get, and you have to really grasp it. That's really vast. I mean, one day maybe I'll even write down, if I can do it off the top of my head, all the things that you are supposed to know as a makeup artist. There's too much. I learn new things every day. I learned something today. I learn new things every day. And so should you. Whoa. Jess Norris, I recently was denied a job at MAC because of a personality test I took 3 years ago. I went through 5 levels of the interview and passed each one. I even got 1 month schedule. What kind of personality test are they giving people? What kind of crap is that? Okay. Okay. I ain't never heard something like that before in my life. All right. Well, do you want to work for a company that's going to give you personality tests? I'm just asking a question. There's so many other companies. The other thing about it is like there are so many other companies out there, but so many people go to MAC. I don't understand it. There's so many other companies. And you have to figure out, like for me, I was always attracted to Bobbi Brown because that was the style of makeup that I happen to love. There were other companies other than MAC. I just don't get it. Yes. Alrighty. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, alrighty. Yes. You know what was so interesting? When I was sitting on the panel, the women behind the brush panel with Oscar nominee Nikki Lederman. She dropping some names. Okay. So when I was sitting up there, right, Nikki was talking about when she did the, if you don't know, I don't blame you. I'm not mad. But Nikki was the woman behind I like to say, behind the makeup for the Joker. Okay. So it was so interesting, like the story she was telling about how she came up with this look for the Joker. But you know what was really fascinating? Let me tell you what was so fascinating about what she said. She said that because that was clown makeup, that you can't just paint clown makeup for a motion picture, or I believe motion picture and theater. You can't just go up there and just willy-nilly paint clown faces. There's an actual book of clown faces, right? Like, no joke. This is what I'm learning. There's a book of clown faces, and you have to go through the book of clown faces, and you are not allowed to, I believe, if you look in the book, you're not allowed to use those clown faces. Clown faces are considered art, which is copywritten. So you can't just go and use someone's look. So even if you got too close to a look, you had to like pull it back and change it up. This is what I'm learning. Now, let's say you decided that you're a film person. You said, I like the makeup that I see in the Joker. That's really cute. In fact, I'm going to do exactly that. You didn't know that there's rules and regulations to everything that you do, and that you cannot just go take the Joker makeup and put it on for your film, that you're in violation of a law, that you could be sued. Who knew? But now you know. And had you come to the woman, the women behind the brush thing, you would have known that as well. Okay? There's a lot to it. I'm telling you, there's a lot to it. There's a lot. There's so much to it. There's so much to this world that you really have to understand that. So they ask you questions, Just Noors. They ask you questions like, what do you do if your coworker Billy is crying? A, tell the manager, B, keep working. Okay. Do I like Billy? Do I care? Do I care about Billy? Am I supposed to care about Billy? Do I care? Those are the questions. How about I ask Mac personality questions? Do I care? Am I supposed to care? You know, these are the questions. You should turn around and say, can I ask you some questions? Personality test my ass. Okay. Yeah, glam god. He got it. Past is your present. That's right. I work for a company in Australia. Luania. One of these days, girl, we get your name right. I swear to God. Oh. Okay, so I work for a company in Australia called Mecca. Oh, that's nice. Similar to Sephora in terms of brands. They're excellent for training. They constantly bring out brand trainers. They support education so much. That is perfection, but you need to be taking your own classes. They're only going to teach you but so much. They're teaching you enough to kind of like sound profesh. That's what that's all about. So that's why they have you come in. I used to train every now and then, and of course my training went beyond, because I can't just like leave you guys with like a little information. But yeah, I used to have to do training. I was a little companies, actually, no longer in existence. Yeah, but you really have to go out there, honest to God, and get your own training. You really do. Yes, Just Norris, you have a lot to learn. And guess what? I'm 20 years in the business and I have a lot to learn too. Okay. If Billy's tears drive up their sales, I doubt Matt cares. So that would have been another good answer. I like that too. You know, exactly. What do I do? Maybe Billy's attracting attention. Maybe you could have said, well, Billy might be attracting attention to the booth. So they come over and then boohoo Billy, and then you could sell them some makeup. There's all different kinds of answers. I don't like personality tests like that unless I don't know what that personality test, those types of questions would do, because I'm always the type of person who has a question for a question. So if you ask me that question, to me, there's a backstory behind the question. So like, what just happened? Did the manager just yell at Billy, and that's why Billy's crying? And so now the option B to go talk to the manager, like, you get what I'm saying? There's backstory to all this. I need to know the backstory. Yeah, I would not be very good taking that test. I'm too much of a smart ass to take a test. Like, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. But I need to know the backstory. What's the backstory? Can you tell me the backstory? Oh, I'm terrible. Paola, yes. It's very interesting. I sat in I had sat in on at the makeup show in New York City. I sat in on it was a day that I refused to move from the education section because it's always upstairs, like second floor, I believe, or maybe I forget what floor it is, but I thought it was the second floor. And that's where they have all the education. They come and go. They come and go. I sat there the whole day because it was the only place that had air conditioning, and I could sit down and chill out. And I sat there the whole day with my amazing assistant, me and Miss Lauren. We just chilled out back there after we went shopping, and we got such a great education back there. It's the same thing for theater. So if you are looking to be a makeup artist for the theater, there are many things that are copywritten that you don't realize. Sometimes even a red lipstick. There's a lot of things that are copywritten that you need to know. And the same thing with film. I had always thought it was just for theater. I had no idea it was for film as well. So it's just a lot to deal with. It's a lot to learn. But it's great that I think it's amazing that, like, my mind was blown when Nikki told me that. I was like, wow, that's really cool. I had no idea. So I check it up. I go check. I learned something new today. It's really cool. There's a lot to learn, people. Glam God. Yeah, all the stores like Ulta and Sephora, that's sales. Yeah, they're sales. That's what it's all about. It's sales. You know, that's why I have a problem when they run around calling people makeup artists. You're not a makeup artist. Your job at the particular store at that particular time of day when you're on schedule is to sell. If Billy is crying, you know, what to do? Because now is he affecting my sales? Or if I get Billy to cry, will that make them come over? Will now that make people come over to my booth, you know, and then I can sell more? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's sales. I used to do a lot of sales. It's sales. I was very good at sales, I have to say. How do I figure out what branch of makeup I want to be in? It's so difficult choosing. I mean, honestly, what is it, Jess Norris? What is it when you look at makeup, right? All different genres of it, right? What is the one or two? We're going to give you one or two to choose from. That just, when you see, you just go, oh my God. Like, for me, it was like old Hollywood glam makeup, right? I would look at old Hollywooders. Oh, I just want to do that. Oh, yeah. It was just like, oh, even though I do so many other things, it was just that I would look at like Betty Davis and all. I'm like, oh, I just want to be able to do that makeup. Oh, it just got me inside. What is it that you look at that you have this weird visceral reaction to it? That is what you probably should be looking into, figuring out how you can start to work in that genre, whatever that genre may be. You just might like, the latest makeup, whatever it may be. That's your calling. You know, I hate to say it's your calling, but whatever it is, that little inside, that's that thing that I have in me, that's so beautiful. That is what keeps me being a makeup artist, because I live for that. You know, I live for that feeling of, I just did it, or it's so beautiful. Oh, yeah, I live for stuff like that, you know? Sandra Gonzalez. Yes, I will be at the makeup. Would you ask me? Yes, I'll be at the makeup show, New York. Well, no. Yeah, I'll be at the Graftobian booth, of course, because she's pushing inclusion. And I will be at the Graftobian booth pushing inclusion and some other amazing products that Graftobian has that I just found out myself. So I will be pushing that too. And I should be, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm doing something, but now I'm not going to say anything because I don't know if I have permission to say it. But yes, I will be at the makeup show. Okay. Okay, so Just Nora's. Let's work on Just Nora's right now, shall we? Let's have a session with Just Nora's, okay? Just Nora, you say colorful makeup. Now, your homework assignment today is, when you say that, start going online and pulling the stuff that you love. Like, just go online, put in colorful makeup. No, not even online. Go to Pinterest. I forget Pinterest. You can do whatever. Make a Pinterest board. If you don't have one, go to Pinterest. Make a Pinterest board of the colorful makeup that you like. Just start. We know Pinterest, you can be in there for 5 hours. So go on Pinterest, start pulling, and then you'll start to see a pattern to what you like. And if that's what you like, then start practicing that look. Not that look, but that genre of makeup. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to look up the makeup show and put it on here. I forgot. I'm sorry. It's normally Mother's Day weekend, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think it's the 4th or the 5th or the 6th, or it could be the following week. I don't remember. Thank you. Who did that? Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what I want, Miss Just Nora. Seriously, go. I think everybody should create Pinterest boards I have, like, if you go on my Pinterest board thing, I have something called Makeup Porn, which is my idea of what I love in terms of, like, it's what the minutia that's in my brain is all on that Makeup Porn board. And then I have another board that I really love called Wow Makeup. And you'll start to see a pattern in the makeups that I like. You'll start to see it in the Makeup Porn, and then you'll start to see it in the Wow Makeup. Wow Makeup is more editorial, more kind of clean, but really pretty, more lighting with the photography. But the Makeup Porn part is like the whacked out makeup. A lot of times it's the colorful avant-garde makeup. So you can see my worlds coming together, because that's kind of what I do. I love that clean, pretty, red carpety kind of makeup, and then the whacked out of its mind, colorful, abstracty looking makeup as well. So you'll see the duality in my world. So to say that I love color as well. I love color. I have a problem. I can't, like, whenever I try to do something clean, like when I did this picture back here for the book, that was a clean shoot, but I was dying, like, we were done with that. I was dying to put something on her. Like, I was like, color. So I love color. In fact, my whole thing is clean makeup, but with like a pop of something on the face, normally. But they're all different gradations of color and all different ways that you can incorporate color into something clean and so on and so forth. And there's other ways to do the avant-garde kind of whacked out stuff too. There's all different color type makeup that you can do. So go on Pinterest, start off with my two boards. Let me put it this way, Just Nora, look at Wow Makeup, and then look at Makeup Porn. Makeup Porn doesn't have as many pictures in it. It's a conglomeration of makeup. So it's like pictures of makeup. It's like pictures of vanities. It's like sayings that I like. It's kind of like my brain exploded on that one. That's my favorite one. So go on there and look, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, the duality in my world of Makeup Porn is one thing. It's like that punch of makeup, that crazy cracked out world of makeup. And then Wow Makeup is softer, more editorial, more blah, 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 blah. So you can live in both worlds. I want you to understand that. I live in both worlds. I do clean, pretty, beautiful skin-like makeup, and then I do makeup. That's what I do. Yeah, just going in, and maybe that'll help you like jump off and they go, oh, I like, and then start picking, making your own boards and pick, naming them, whacked out, whacked out, colorful, not so colorful, but I love, ooh, pretty, whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. And then start doing that. And you're going to start to see a pattern in what you like. And then that might be something that you just want to gravitate to. You get what I'm saying? And then the thing that Pinterest is so cool is that you think you found enough images and it just keeps going. It just keeps going. So I forgot all about Pinterest. How can I forget all about Pinterest? So anyway, it has been 1:45. Okay, hour and 45 minutes, y'all. But you know what? The cabeza. It's a little throbbing, but it's, but at least for the last hour and 45 minutes, my migraine has subsided enough. So maybe I don't have to take the Excedrin. We'll see when I get off this thing. All right. So I'm going to get off this thing. Guys, I so appreciate you guys. You guys are a T and a he for me. I totally enjoy every Sunday with you. I will be back obviously next Sunday. And somebody asked me, I think it was House of Marty, if I was going to open up an Amazon store page thing. And I did. Finally, it'll be up, like with some of my favorite things. It'll be up there as well. And I will also have I'm straight up full disclosure girl. So Graftobian is giving me a link. So when you buy the palette, DeShawn makes a penny. So I'm going to have that link for you next week as well. So please, hook a sister up with a penny, a sale. That would be great. So that will go up as well too. And then that's kind of it. That's all I have to say to you. That's kind of it. That's the popsicle stand we're in today. Next week, I will see you. If you have questions, I will put it on the community board. I'll just say questions, and then you guys just ask me questions. Okay, maybe we could do it that way. But I just love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. This was fun tonight. I had a good time. Thank you. And I will see you next week. This was a long one. So have a great week, peeps. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.